At the end of this week's portion, Tissa, we find Moses coming down the mountain with the second set of 10 commandments. And Moses is described as having this aura about him, rays of light emanating from his head, so much so that he needs to veil himself in order to protect the people when they look at him, that the brightness around his head shouldn't be blinding to the people who are looking at him. The initial comment I have is that this description led to the classic depiction of Moses of having horns on his head, because the word in Hebrew for rays of light, the word for ray is keren, and keren is also a horn, like an animal's horn. And so the translation of the Bible into Latin translated it as horns of light from his head, and because of horns on Moses' head, Michelangelo famously depicted Moses as having horns on his head. So, aside from that trivial matter about how we understand the translation of that word, the idea is that it's only Moses, of anybody in the entire Bible, of whom it is described that his closeness to God and his ability to communicate God's word to the people causes him to have this aura about him. If we remember the Charlton Heston depiction of Moses in the movie The Ten Commandments, you can see how Cecil B. DeMille transformed Charlton Heston from Moses when he went up Mount Sinai to the Moses of holding the Ten Commandments in his arms. Charlton Heston's depiction of Moses, his own self, is changed and transformed to depict this description here. And we understand from this that an encounter with God is transformative. All the prophets in the Bible have their life experiences transformed by coming into contact with God and having that spiritual experience. But it is only of Moses that it is described that he has this aura about him. Would that we all be able to feel transformed in our own religious experience. Shabbat Shalom.